Alright, let's see if everything works. I need to close my roof window. There we go. I should need to move out of the way too. I'm unorganized. Why do you move? No, whatever. I need to post Twitter. I already pre-drafted it, so. Well, we'll see how that goes. Okay, that's closed. Twitch. I'll just keep open, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, sure, whatever. Let me give you something more interesting to look at while I just yap over here. Let's look at Vodka's cute face. There we go. That'll catch people's attention. Yeah. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Is there anything to discuss? I don't know. So yeah, last time I experimented around with my mic settings. It worked very well. I just, while I was setting this up, I just happened to re-listen to, actually I'm gonna close it. I'll leave it open just in the background. I should probably turn. No, that was already turned back down. Alright, yeah, so I messed around with my mic settings before last stream, because I was just insanely quiet. Like, you could not hear what I was saying at all. And I re-listened to it, and it was actually a little too loud for me, which is a really good thing, because that means I can go that high. I can go too loud. This might still be a bit too loud, so I'm going to distance my mic actually a little bit. But yeah, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. That means I fixed it by just turning up the gain an insane amount. I think I added like 10 decibels of gain, which is a lot. I don't know why my mic decided to be so quiet. It's a little strange. I mentioned this last time, but when I first got it, it was also incredibly sensitive, and then I changed some sort of setting, and then it went back down to normal. But I can't remember what I did, or even if I did something proper. Anyway, I set my phone too. Let me write him. Yeah, this is why having Twitch open on the side is good. I'm gonna write a message. So I usually always do this because again, I only have one monitor. I can't see chat. So I gotta like set shit up so that I gotta like type in something so that when people come in, they'll know I won't immediately read their messages. Even though I've only had one person chat in here at all, and that didn't go so well. It was a scammer, basically, who I initially thought was a bot and then like an AI, but it turns out it was actually just a real person doing some scamming the good old-fashioned way. Ooh, mysterious Minecraft music. Yeah, that was the only time I've ever had a chatter that wasn't me, I think. Pretty sad. That person was also banned. They followed me and they watched in the background for a good amount of time just to make themselves seem more legit. Which I gotta give credit. It was smart, but I'm not susceptible to such things. And that music really is a bit loud, isn't it? I'm gonna... There we go, that's good. Yeah, and actually last stream, I got another follower, and it was another bot. And it was one of those where it just has like... It just has a description that basically just says, like, here, click on this link to get to the good stuff, 18 plus in parentheses. Yeah, I don't know, that's just annoying. So, yeah, we're back down to 0 followers. I don't know, maybe I should have just left the bot followers just to boost my numbers, but that feels a little disingenuous. I tried out new stuff. Obviously, last time I set up some hashtags. I didn't do that this time, I forgot. But I set some hashtags on my Twitter post about it. I don't know, maybe to get some traction. It did not work, but, it was worth a try. I meant to type something here, didn't I? Hey, thanks. Whoops. already making typos. Well, not typo, that's just caps lock. Thanks for stopping by. I may read chat messages a little late due to not having a second. God, I'm the worst keyboard typer on earth. Monitor. Smiley face. Honestly, I type better than I used to. This actually helped me a bunch because I've had to do a bunch of Twitter posts and, you know, chat shit and other typing stuff on my PC, so it's been a nice little practice. I might not have been able to type that fast before, but whatever. I also need to add like a fading out thing on the chat. I swear to God, I made that smaller at some point. It's huge. Let me... We're gonna do something like that. That makes it a bit smaller, more manageable. Yeah, that's better. I don't know. Seeing on the OBS screen, I usually oversize it actually, just because it's, you know, it's just much smaller on my OBS screen, just because there's, you know, little windows and there's other settings. If I've done enough yapping, yeah, almost 7 minutes. Probably should get to actually doing something. This time, what are we doing this time? We have Miss Vodka here. We were studying this last time. This wonderful little thing. Now, do I have to reset up my palette again? Is it gonna make me? It is, okay. Hold on. Open. Random. Open. Here we are. This has made an appearance in every one of these streams for the simple reason that I have a palette color thing set up here that for some reason... Oh, it didn't even save. Oh, God damn it. I had some extra colors in there last time. I might have forgot to save, whatever. The palette doesn't carry over for some reason. I mean... I don't know why. It's very strange. Like, I can't click on anything. I don't know. I don't know how this shit works. I had a gray color, yeah, I like the gray. Hello, oh, there we go. Is there a eyedropper? Hold on, is there a keybind for that? P? Ah. Isn't that useful? There we go. Look at that. Unfortunately, it still won't let me save it, but whatever. It's probably because it's not from this. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out at some point. Anyway, we were here. Looking at it after having been away for only 2 days, actually. The last stream was on Thursday, so it's pretty close together for me. Initially, I was only planning on doing Wednesdays, and then I would slowly work my way up to also doing Saturdays, which is what this is. So that's what we're doing right now, and I only did it on Thursday because Wednesday I wasn't feeling too well because I had a minor surgery in my jaw, which is doing a bit better now. It's still fairly sore though, especially if I put pressure on it from the side. It doesn't feel great. They did give me a entire box full of 600 milligram ibuprofen, so hopefully that'll carry me should I need it. I didn't take one earlier today because I didn't feel like I needed it, but then, I don't know, I was fine, but it's just uncomfortable. Now let's get back to drawing our beautiful little vodka. So, I think we left off doing all of this. So now we gotta do like the the side things, like all this. And then, of course, her big-ass ears. And then her ornaments, I don't know if I want to draw her full outfit. That might prove very difficult, because her outfit is ever so slightly complicated. A lot of leather and belts. And then she's like a watch. A watch. A watch. She like wears around her neck. And these cool ass steampunk earrings. I mean, it looks awesome. She also has like rings and stuff. Normal jewelry. I don't know. We'll see what we get to. Maybe I'll just draw in like a swimsuit or something. I don't know where I want to start. I need to reshape the head too. It's just too long as it is, because looking at it now after having been away, that's what I was getting to earlier. It's a bit long, and I do want to smooth out this jaw just like a tiny bit, something like this. Make it a little nicer, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that in due time. In due time. I don't know where to go from here. Would you be able to see all this? It's kind of short, I feel. So you might not be able to see all that from this angle. Maybe just like a little bit, just like a little, like a few little tufts. Good enough. And we already started here. These do look a little flat. There definitely needs to be some, you know, extra plumage, I guess you could call it. I'm gonna freestyle that like a little bit, but it's whatever. And she also has like this one and this one that are coming from more of the back. Something like that. And she has one that's like coming kind of down. It's a little small, maybe. Especially this last one. I feel like that could be like a little fatter. Maybe like come up. No, that's actually fine. It can, because it'll fall naturally, yeah. So if we just look at like the hair, you got to keep in mind that her eye is behind here, sort of, so you wouldn't be able to really see it. Well, I can just turn back on the eye layer, I guess. Yeah, I mean, again, her face is way too long for it. This is gonna get all scooched up. Like that's going up and that's going up, and then her chin is also kind of going to go up. So yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, it's just a sketch after all, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Let's do the ears. So since we're viewing this at a bit of an angle, the ears are gonna like come out like kind of like this, and then sort of, you know, do one of these. There's like a bit of a swoopy tip, and then it kind of like goes. No, there's a bit of an inward curve, and it just kind of goes back down. a little wider than that. Sure. I don't know, maybe the ears should be on a separate layer. It's also too small. I mean, the shape is okay. Oh, hold on. Just getting as little as I don't need that to be separate. It's fine. So I'm gonna up that on there, and then we're gonna squish it just a hair. And it's gonna be like right. Like this. Maybe a bit big. Hold on. I'm gonna measure with my fingers. So on the left picture, her eye, her ear is about as tall from her pointy ass chin. This is a really pointy chin. It goes from her chin to like her eyebrows, and I'm gonna position her chin a little under where her mouth is right now on my picture. So let me kind of, yeah, that works. Okay. I just want to get the proportions right. I don't really care that much, but yeah, I don't know. I might as well if I'm already going through the effort. Better to mess with the proportions now than do it later when I'm trying to focus more on details. I think that's really what a sketch phase is most for. If you're not like an expert at what you do already. It's like you use this to just kind of judge, you know, this is where everything goes, and this is how big everything should be, and how it should roughly look. And then when you do the details, you don't need to think about all that shit. Makes life easier. What I need to do, I need to get like a cup. Because I can't imagine it's particularly pleasant to hear plastic loudly crackling next to you. You as in my mic stand, which is just chilling here. I'm so glad that I finally made that work. That makes me very happy. Probably doesn't sound the best. I mean, it's not the best mic. I bought it for 40 bucks years ago. I don't know, has it been 4 years? Maybe not that long. Maybe it was more like 3. It's definitely not been 2, though. It's definitely been longer than that. Right now I'm just dicking around with the whatever, the hair, I guess. You know the song? What was it called? Let me. Firebugs. It's from the Ocean Update, so that's a little bit ago. The percussion of it reminds me of like the opening. I don't know. Is it Kakariko in Twilight Princess, the one you live in? I think it's Kakariko. I don't know. It's been so long since I've played that game. It reminds me of the music from that. It's good music. I might play it later if I feel like it. That's for our second ear. Now this one's at an angle again. And I do think it would be somewhat behind here. I'm just gonna use the other one as my baseline. That was a really funny joke. And then, it's a little too far out. Hold on, let me thin you out, Buster. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Looks good. Looks alright. And so for this one, you're gonna, you're gonna have the inside. That's like, Would you have as much as the inside for this? Maybe not. I think it would be more like Because it is kind of at an angle, so I feel like that would cover it a bit more. Maybe not that much, but I think the general idea gets across. Yeah, especially for this one, there's like a little shading here, but you're viewing it at more of a head-on angle, because they're angled here, but she's angled in the opposite direction, so you'd basically be getting this full-on. So maybe there would even be even more. I think the general shape is still the same, though. God, I don't know. I tend to drink a lot when I do this. Is that a normal thing? I don't really watch streamers. Seems a little ironic, but I don't know. I've never been the biggest fan of it. I just don't think it's that interesting a lot of the time, honestly. Because I don't know. Like, I saw one clip from Vinesauce where he was like playing Dark Souls 3 or whatever. I think it was Dark Souls 3. And it was a clip of it wasn't like a popular clip, it was a clip of some guy interacting with Vinny. And then he took a clip of it just because he thought it was cool. And there's like a section where he's talking, and then he's like walking around doing something, and there's like 30 seconds of just silence, just the game. And it's like, God, I would get bored. Is that my problem? Do I just have like a short attention span? I don't know. That's kind of also why I just talk constantly whenever I'm streaming. Like, my mouth is generally always running, or there's like a minute break where I'm just like super concentrated on one little detail. That's mostly during the drawing streams, though. I feel like only there it really becomes a problem. Like, if I was playing a game or something, you know. Excuse me. If I was playing like Marvel Rivals, right? That's a game I play sometimes. I haven't played it in like 4 months. It's been a while. If it's something like that, I will, generally have phases where I'm just like really silent, just mashing a bunch of buttons trying to stay alive. But then, you have what's going on screen to like pay attention to if you were streaming, right? But if it was something like this, and it's just like, this is literally what'll happen, if I'm focusing on drawing. It's literally just this. And cue that for a minute. So I just can't imagine that's particularly interesting. I don't know. I try to avoid it, but if you need to concentrate, you just need to concentrate. Like, I can't do anything about that. Now, should I do the hair detail? I guess I could. It's a little complicated, but it should be fine. So it's like a, and then there's like a little flat spot, and then it kind of like goes up. Let's view it at an angle, so I'm keeping that in mind. Then it goes down, but then there's like this cool hook. I don't know if this is based off of her actual IRL horse design. It very well could be. I don't know. I've seen pictures of Vodka, and I didn't really notice that profound of a pattern on her like nose. So maybe I was just not looking correctly. I don't know. So it goes down, and then there's like a little swoop up, and then it goes down again. It kind of like swoops down into the main spike. Okay, so this is angled incorrectly. So it needs to go like a little more down here, and then, and then, There we go. I like that. It's a little thick, but whatever. I tried to say whatever and oh well at the same time. That did not. What else? Did I say what else? Confusing times, really. So then it kind of like thickens. It's a pretty thick spike. And then it's sort of like, uh-huh. And it just kind of goes straight the fuck up. Like, to the middle of her weird claw. Hair claw. See, this is what I mean. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's just this. Is this enjoyable? Is this fun? You know else is fun? Listen to me drink water. feel like water drinking gets a little less bad as the stream goes on. Either it's because I'm forgetting about it, or it's because my mouth is moisturizing itself correctly to adjust to me talking a shit ton. Could be either. Could be both. I don't know. Could be nothing. Could just be fucking hallucinating. Just going full-on schizophrenic about myself. I mean, it could very well be. So the spike kinda... yeah, it goes up... it goes up underneath it, doesn't it? Yeah. So we'll erase that down. And it has like a tiniest swoop down. And it has like a semicircle sort of thing, like hooah. That's one of those. And then it does that. Not quite that much. It does more of this. And it's not swoopy enough. It needs to like huh. You know, huh. You know, huh. You know, huh. You know, huh. Nope. Huh. Oh. Huh. That's good. And then there's a pretty significant rounded kind of deal going on over here. And then it kind of, well, not that much. There we go. Sorry if this is really dizzying. It's just the constant zooming in and out. And then it's down. And up. This might have been too much of a gap. Well, I can fix that later. Like little details I can fix later. It's like, who cares? The who up is a bit more of a inward curve, though, not an outward curve. And it's strangely not high enough. That is a bit too much. So what's not long enough? Everything theoretically is. And I'll just make it bigger as it goes up. So let's make this a little longer. Then make this, and then make this a bit longer. Not that long, but, you know, a little longer. There we go. And then you have like this. And then there's like a little spike down. And then this like comes down to meet it a bit. You know, I think that looks pretty alright. I tried going to the side to get to my control panel here, but like it's there already. What am I doing? You know, side by side. That's recognizable. And recognizable is all I need. Also, it's gotten dark much quicker out today. It's very rainy and cloudy, so that's probably why. Oh shit, I also meant to... Hold on. If I'm gonna be... if I'm gonna be messing around with something, I might as well give you something nice to look at. I meant to change... The music might cut out for a second. Hold on. Okay, we're cutting out the music. Hold on. Settings. I wanted to figure out playback and performance. Video previews, info cards. No, privacy. Mentions, subscriptions, leaderboard. Connected apps. Billing and payments. Advanced. Oh no, yeah, I tried to do this at some point. And it didn't work. Well. Alright, what I was trying to do is I have music playing on YouTube. It's just the easiest place to fucking find it. And what ended up happening, what ends up happening a lot during my streams is that it shuts off. Because if you just have it without any interaction, you know, YouTube just playing, YouTube will think you fell asleep or something, which is a good feature, but you can't turn it off as far as I know. And that's a little, you know, fucking annoying. I don't know, maybe you can. Maybe. Who the fuck knows? Who knows? I don't know. loud. Oh my god. How loud is that on the capture? Yeah, it's not that bad. It's always a little louder for me than it is for you guys, I think. I think that's just generally. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the hair. I would maybe add like a little bit of a one back here, just like a whisper of what could be. Yeah, it seems pretty alright. And for this one, I'm gonna have it coming in like from here. It's gonna be like a little gruff over here, you know. Oh yeah, and also this section I didn't cut out yet. I saw this. I don't remember where I saw it. Some YouTuber. Just recommend, or maybe it was like a short or something. I don't know. It was someone. And they basically recommended like just drawing a ribbon for hair, and then just like cutting out whatever you need. And I gotta say, it's kind of changed my life. This is so much easier than trying to draw each strand individually. I mean, for something like that, that's kind of unavoidable. What I have going on up top there, but you know, that's not perfect. You know, what is? What is? Nothing's perfect. You should strive for perfection, but you should never hope to achieve it, because it's not possible. Okay, I know I just said that. Oh, great advice. No, this looks like ass. I think I just made it too thick. Hold on. I also don't think I'm making these long enough. Those are pretty long. I gotta trust myself. I gotta make them bigger. No. Why does this look bad? You know what? It looks fine. I don't really care. I mean, I do, but you know, whatever. It also thickens up at the top, so it's like, fucking, who cares? Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Yeah, it's alright, but they're definitely not long enough. Whatever. I can make that look good later. Maybe it's because it's like kind of not curving in at all. Like this is meant to like. I like how I've now completely disregarded my own ruling of the cutting ribbons strategy. I mean, I've done that before and it works great, but this is just a weird little case. I'm just gonna do it like this. Yeah, it's like whatever. Yeah, that looks a little better, honestly. I think the curve was kind of missing. Okay, let's unchisel her jaw. I know some people like a masculine woman, but this is just a bit too chiseled for my tastes. I mean, look at her. There is no chiseling here. She is the chisel. Look at how pointy that thing is, bruh. You could cut yourself on that chin. You could get puncture wounds. She headbutts you, and you leave with a hole. It's crazy. That's insane. Look at that. It's like a fucking Dorito. Oh my god. Actually, I think I figured it out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys. Oh my god. So dumb. Oh my god. She's the Illuminati. Oh no. Whatever. Stupid. Anyway. So yeah, very pointy chin. We're gonna replicate that just a second here. So we're gonna... I mean, just very round, too. It's like, you can just kind of tell, like, her face just kind of does a nice circle, and then it just comes down to that point. It's like a guitar pick. You know? Like, her face is literally just... If I could have a vodka-shaped guitar pick, I'd be a happy man. They should do that. You know, I'm honestly shocked I've never seen that before. Like, anime face guitar pick, where you just pick with their pointy-ass chins. That seems like a really smart idea. Bandai, do you want to contact me and make so much money? I am open. God, imagine if Hololive did that. They would make so much fucking money. Like, they already have so many musical nerds in their community. Imagine you sold them guitar picks. Or, like, musical products with the talent's face on them. That is so much untapped potential. I should send them an email. So that's pretty alright. That needs a better curve, I think. I feel like the jaw having a good curve is very important. Yeah, that's good. That is pretty alright, actually. We're gonna curve that up a little bit. It's pointy, but it's not, like, a genuine sharp edge. I know I just made fun of her for it, but... Not quite. Not quite. Let me check. Let me check the stream. Let me see how it's doing. How it's going. Well, okay, let's erase it first and whoops. See what we got. Leave the face line. The face line. It's like the baseline, but with the face. Badoop, 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 badoop. That's the second time I've made that joke, and it hasn't gotten any funnier. There's probably also round. Again, we removed the chiseled, chin, but we didn't remove the chiseled cheekbones. We need to get rid of those. I'm sorry to all my mask-loving queens, but it's just not feasible here. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's alright. Her mouth is not angled at the right way. That's why that kind of looks weird. Was that on this layer? No, it was on the eye layer, wasn't it? So if I take her mouth, her beautiful, huge mouth, just add it like here. Eh, that looks adorable. Look at that. Ah, that looks so much better. Especially if you have it like a little bit here, and then just like mostly also here. No, actually, that kind of it looks silly. There we go. It maybe elongate on this side. Beautiful. Ah, she's adorable. All right, her schnoz is a little big, actually. I do like giving my characters bigger noses, even if they are anime characters. I'm not... There's two things I don't like about the anime style. It's the huge-ass eyes. I mean, okay, no, I don't not like them. I actually love them. I love the anime style. But it's not like how I like to draw. Like, the one way I like to make my own faces unique, and I've gravitated towards this. It's the very first drawing I've ever done digitally. You know, trying to actually draw something competent, is make the eyes smaller and slightly more normal human looking, but not like, you know, actually realistic, and then give them a slightly bigger nose, more, at least more prominent, right? Because let's look at our screenshot of Vodka, right? Wow. Scary. It's like a jump scare. I gotta note down where these moments are, man. I'm gonna keep note. No, I don't know. I've been dying to get good clips, and now I finally feel like I'm confident enough to actually do that. So maybe I'll... Hold on. No, I'll do it on this random note. So we got 37 and 39. Alright. So, right. Where were we? Yes. The nose. Like, look at her nose here. It's... We could count... We're gonna count the pixels. Okay, hold on. Let me get my pointer out. This is it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide. 11 pixels tall and 6 pixels wide. If I'm being generous, I'm just counting everything that's like kind of dark around it. That's her schnoz. That's it. I know it's a screenshot and everything, but you get my point. That's it. That's all you get for a nose. Now, you might call me hypocritical, because mouth, right? The mouths are also just, like, this is it. I'm not very good at drawing them. Yeah, that's her mouth, too, right? It's also very small, but I like that. I don't like as expressive. I feel like mouths, you know, it's a very easy expression. Maybe not easy, but just, like, obvious. Like, you see someone in front of you, like, oh, you're sad. And it's like, that's it. I feel like especially the nose is very, very disregarded when it comes to facial expressions. Like that contributes so much. So much. Contributes so much. It's not like there's like a ton of expressiveness, but like without the nose, you know, it wouldn't look right. Like it scrunches up when you're maybe like a little grossed out or angry or something, you know? I feel like the only time when people actually pay attention to the nose in an expression is when someone's like grossed out and like scrunching it up. When they like smell something bad, you know? But it's like there's a lot more to it. And that's what I'm here. I don't want to just have like one of these. I don't know where would I put it. Like even though I could get away with it, I don't wanna. I want to give her like a cute little nose. It's a little small though, so we're gonna move that schnoz up a little bit. Look at that. That is adorable. You can't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me otherwise. That's an adorable ass face. That's cute. Oh my god, look at her. Look at her. Oh yeah, I remember this from last time. Okay, her her head is a bit small. We're gonna need to size this up a bit. So I'm gonna move the mouse for this. Look at that expression. Can you even see that? Hold on. Could you even see that? Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna very quickly. Like, huh? And then. Oh, go down. Hold on. I gotta see. I'm checking my own stream to see if you can see it. Ah, you can't see it because it's like a pop-up window. Okay, hold on. Display capture. Transition. Hello. Okay, this is easier. You can't see the pop-up windows for some reason. I don't know. I only like having my OBS capture the window, because then it means if something else randomly pops up with like sensitive information or something, you know, it won't get shown automatically, but it doesn't show like the extra windows, like when I'm doing stuff over here, when I'm like selecting stuff, it just doesn't show that. So I wish there was like a middle ground. Anyway, you can see, look at that cute ass expression. That is adorable. And the hair, yeah, the hair's good. I'm happy with it. But yeah, it's all. Anyway, let me put you back onto the window capture here. Hold on, there we go. So I'm gonna select. Why is that so long? So we're gonna select everything that has to do with the head. So the head sketch, the eye sketch, and the hair sketch. We're gonna select them all. And I hope it does work. Okay. So we're gonna zoom out a lot. Like right here. I don't need it to be as big as this, but I do need it to be a little bigger. I pressed the wrong key. Hold on. I meant to press the uppercase key. I don't want it to be too big, though, but I want it to be, you know, reasonably big. that too big? Maybe a little bit. Maybe just like a touch smaller. Because also got to match the neck. Because I noticed when I was drawing this, the neck was way too wide for it. I couldn't tell if that was an issue with the neck or an issue with my head. And it was an issue with the head. Is that proportion-wise normal? Would one consider this a normal? Too small? Too big? Hmm. I can't judge. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, well, let's take our hands. As a little example here. So if I have a big head though, but I also have big hands, so it's fine. So if I put my hand over my face, it generally covers it. My palm is in front of my hand right now, which is why your audio probably sounds like shit. Like it generally covers it, like not all the way, but it like gets around. So if I bring the head down here, my graphics card is probably loving this. See, to me, that looks like too big of a hand, which means the head is too small. So it's actually too small of a head. So we're gonna up it again. Even if it does look a little strange. Like a smidgen? Just a smidgen smaller. I think that's okay. I think so, right? I can't tell. No, that's good. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna do a quick break. So a quick break. You useless piece of shit. Okay, I was trying to add. I'm trying to add a text element, but it doesn't let me do a line break in the quick edit mode, which is annoying. I already have a thing set up, but it's whatever. Alignment center, yeah, whatever, that works. What? No, no. Why are you? Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay. All right. Oh, my window actually. Wait, there we go. Okay. I just realized my chat overlay thing was covering it, and there we go. You'll keep hearing the music. I'm just gonna get up real quick and stretch. Ugh. So my audio might go to shit a little bit, but that's fine. Who cares? Like, again, I mentioned this last stream, but I generally I do these at night. Like for me, German time, I do my best to start them at 9 p.m. on the dot, or 21 o'clock if you're like the rest of the world and use military time. And I try to do like, I don't know how many hours, but it's summertime right now, so when I start at 9, it's still, pretty bright outside. Not quite the sunset yet. But then, it kind of turns dark while I'm streaming, so what I like to do is just get up in the middle of it, take a quick break, stretch, and get a drink or something. And then turn on my light so my eyes don't die from just staring at a bright screen in a dark-ass room. And for someone who spends a lot of time in front of screens, I do generally prefer to have them a little dark. They do kind of hurt my eyes if they're a little too bright. They do have green eyes, like light green eyes, like green eyes and blue eyes. They generally are pretty sensitive to lights. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe just a little green-eyed bitch baby, but you know, you know. Hmm. The music stopped, or is it just transitioning to a new song? I have my OBS open so I can see the audio. No, it's just a quiet one. Okay. I feel like a lot of the earlier Minecraft music is a lot quieter. Like this is one of the alpha songs from C418, and you just can't hear shit. Like the newer ones, they're like right in your face. They're like wah, like a whole ass orchestra right in your ass. Maybe not like right in there, but you get what I mean. I don't know. Probably got a bit of an echo. Is this comfy? This is comfy. ASMR, but a guy just talks to you from like halfway across his room. I'm not actually that far away. I'm just leaning back a bit. More comfy. What else can I talk about in my quick break? I knocked over my fucking Denji anime figure. I have like a little Chainsaw Man Denji of him as Chainsaw Man, and the way it works is it kind of like sits like at the edge of a shelf or whatever, and then his like hands saw things hang down, but he keeps falling over because you know he's hanging over the edge of a shelf. So I hit him again recently, and he fell down, and then one of his saws broke off, which kind of sucks. I still been too lazy to try and find it, so I'll do that at some point. Then I'll glue it back on, you know, whatever. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, what else do I talk about these breaks? The plants are doing well. My one quote unquote difficult to keep one doing all right. Someone was called. Should probably figure that out. Honestly, but you know it's doing all right. Shooting up. You know, shot up a new stem recently, and it's doing stuff with it. It's starting to unfurl a new leaf. The other stems are doing the same. So I got 3 whole leaves unfurling at once sometimes. It's very exciting. I'm gonna put my water. No, here it is. What else? I don't know. Anything else interesting to talk about? Politics. You know, as the whole 1, 2, 3 combo of Steam banning some foreign games, NSFW games, itch.io banning all NSFW games, and then the UK government deciding no one gets porn, and then just banning everyone from everything. So, you know, that's fun. It also affects European users for some reason. Like, I don't live in England, I live in Germany, but even my Twitter account, like, some things, it was just like, due to local laws, we cannot show you this until X has determined your age. And the funny thing is, they don't even, like, give you an option to upload your ID or anything. Not that I would do that, because that's stupid, and I will never do that. It's not safe, and you shouldn't do it either. But yeah, it sucked, so I had to change my country of origin to the US, and then everything basically worked again. It was pretty stupid, though, because, like, one of them I saw, like, I did a test, right? It was, like, in some replies, and then it didn't work, and then I changed my location, and then I checked back with that specific reply to see if it did work. It was just a gif of like 2 anime girls hugging, like not even like sensually or anything. It was just like a normal hug, and like that was deemed inappropriate and then censored. So I think it may just be like an account thing, like if you're known as a NSFW account. Because I saw one other dude who like makes a bit risque art, and then his entire account was all the media was just flagged. But then I changed it, and then I went back to see, and it was just reaction images of Superman. So I was like, oh, okay, that yeah, sure, that makes sense. So not great, not great. Censorship sucks. It will never be good, and I will never support it, obviously, because fuck that shit. Yeah, not fun, but shit like that never lasts. Oh god. I just don't want to start again. I'm just having fun chilling, talking, not doing anything, being lazy. I don't know how good this is picking up. I mean, my capture says it's picking up fairly well. I don't know. I don't know. Probably get started again. I was afraid that someone can hear me. I was afraid that you guys can hear what's in the background. I just heard a toilet flush. That'd be pretty gross if you heard that. No. If someone heard me, they would have commented on it already. My family is not exactly skilled in the art of subtlety, so if they knew, they would let me know that they knew. So I think I'm good. Anything plant related you can talk about? Well, I told my mom to, whenever she does the next Amazon order, to order me this sulfur powder. You may be asking, why? Good question. It's not to make a bomb or a chemical weapon. You know, you could very easily do that, but, you know, you didn't hear it from me. No, it's because I have tiny little blueberries, and I grew them from seed myself, which is notoriously incredibly difficult to do. Much less if you were just doing it like me, which is just cutting open a coffee ground pad, and then just chucking them in there in like a little micro greenhouse and just letting this sit in your windowsill for like a month. And somehow it worked. But they stopped growing. Like, they haven't grown at all, and now they're just slowly dying off, which is very sad. Like, some of the smaller ones have already died, or in the process of doing it, so it's not great. So what I'm planning on doing is ordering the sulfur, because blueberries like very acidic soil. So what I did is I found, it was really hard to find, there was like some brands that sold like little sulfur chips, you know, but that was on the American Amazon, so I looked on the German Amazon. By the way, don't use Amazon. I just used it because I literally could not find it anywhere else. And then I found this German medical company that just sells sulfur powder by like the ½ kilo in like a bag. And that was basically the only thing I could find. Luckily, it wasn't very expensive. It was only like $6, so it's like, hey, you know, I can use it again in the future, I guess. But I don't know why it's so difficult to find. I guess just people doing stupid shit with it. I don't know. Making mustard gas? Like, God. I just want to grow some blueberries. Yeah, the soil here is very basic, so it doesn't make sense. Although my mom has a pink blueberry, and that thing is doing incredibly well. And I like even bought like specific dirt for mine, and they're just not doing anything. In fact, they seem like they've done worse in the new dirt, if anything. That's actually mildly concerning. Yeah, they did start kind of dying off more in the new dirt, so I might need to replant them into different dirt again. Huh. Anyway, so once that arrives eventually, I'll, I don't know, I'll make up a new dirt mix for them. I'll try and do it. I'll research and try and do it as correctly as I possibly can to give them the best shot possible. And then just see what happens. I might even like post on a plant growing Reddit or something, just to ask like, hey, what the fuck do I do? My things are dying. I've gotten more into using Reddit like that, actually. You know what? I should really get back to drawing. I can talk during drawing. I don't really like using Reddit. I used to like using it a lot, actually. I used to be a bit of a Redditor, unfortunately. Not anymore. I prefer Twitter as my form of brain rot. But I've gotten more used to using Reddit as like a tool. You know, I like, you know, I'll find a community and then I'll just ask for some advice. Like the creative community. They were very nice to me. I asked for some advice on a drawing, and then I got some very nice and helpful and encouraging replies. That was really nice. I should probably check back in on that account. I haven't like gone on there in a while. Anyway, and very nice. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go ask over there, see what they think. Now, what are we... Oh, yeah, I wanted to do... Okay, so we fixed the jaw, we did the hair. I wanted to do the boobs next. So on the main sketch, get out this thing. Okay. I'm not great at drawing boobs. In fact, I don't really do it very often. I mean, how big are hers? She's pretty, not petite, but you know, there's not like a whole bunch going on over there, right? So maybe I'll start it off by just creating like a quick something like that, just as a frame of reference for the angles, and then bombs away. It's also an angle that makes it more difficult. Well, the one way I've always seen boobs described for drawing purposes is kind of like a floppy-ass water balloon. Like a water balloon that isn't pulled to full tension most of the time. Obviously, you know, it depends on the size and, you know, the tautness, if you will. That's not doing it. Yeah, this is generally something I have almost zero experience. Like, the one time I've ever drawn breasts is like a different an anatomical study I did once that I just kind of traced off of someone's body. And then, you know, just to kind of get a general feel for it. Which is why I'm doing this stuff, to get out of that habit. Which wasn't really a habit, but I just don't want it to become a habit, you know? So how would you? How would you? I mean, we could start by drawing them incorrectly and then see where that gets us. So just drawing them as like a cone that goes straight up pointy. No, no. Why is this one difficult? Behave. If you connected, that would have been nice. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, so this is the incorrect version, and then it would just kind of like be... something like this? I gotta keep in mind the angle. This is a sideways angle, which is not making my life particularly easy. Then again, like more of a... one of these? Yeah. Okay. Triangle boobs, like Lara Croft for the PS1 kind of deal. That's not what we want. I don't know if that helped me at all. I don't think that did shit. How you do this? You really gotta imagine it, right? Picture them. This isn't a good reference image. I don't want to Google reference boobs. Like, that's not inappropriate for the stream. One of my favorite Minecraft songs, actually. This one's... can you even hear it? Shut it up a little bit. You might not be able to hear it. I really need to check that with music audio. Obviously, the mic audio was the more important thing, so that's kind of what I focused on more, but I also need to like make sure that the music is working correctly. Okay, so I know generally it'll start like at the collarbone. Generally. And they're not, again, they're not like huge. But even if they were huge, they wouldn't sag that much. Like, there's a certain amount, like, they're not, like, right up on your collarbone. They, like, hang, like, a little bit. Maybe this was... Hold on, let me just work with this for a second. We'll connect it to the collarbone on this side. It kind of goes... like, over to your armpit. Like, it kind of connects. Fun fact, your, like, milk glands, if you're a woman, they do go up there. And there are very weird cases of women, like, after pregnancy or whatever, just, like, lactating out of their armpits. Because the glands go up that far. It's very strange. Human anatomy. Have fun with that. Okay, let's try the TP method again, I guess. I mean, okay, no, look. Because the collarbones are up here. And, like, they start, like, down here and probably just do, like, one of these. Right? But again, I'm just... You gotta keep in mind that it kind of lifts up, and there's like always like a little bit of sag, so it'll always be like a bit more massive around the bottom. Most of the time. I mean, everyone's fucking different. Who knows? There's such a wide variety of boobs. I'm sure there's something for everyone. So, and then you also have the issue of like drawing like a 3D ass shape. Well, let's do what we did earlier. So let's say it like kind of stops here-ish. Well, it starts here-ish, because again, there was like a bunch of space over here. Right, and then you kind of... yeah, this line is annoying. Get rid of it. Like, it's useful, but I just can't have it in the way. Oops. Where would the lapel be? There? No, because it's never in the middle. It's always like it like hangs down like a little bit. Again, that's part of the sag, which is normal, you know. Okay, I feel like maybe it would like go more here and then here and then here. And then here. No, that looks wrong. So we're probably going to aim for like here. I don't want to draw because it looks inappropriate, but like... I don't know, I need to like visualize it, because that's like the highest point, right? Like if you had to like a topography. A topography? Man, I'm so intelligent. Yeah, okay. Hold on. This works. This is also angled, so you gotta remember that. Okay, what if we'll work backwards? So we'll have like... It needs to like work into this angle, right? Okay, hold on, let me redo everything. Okay, whatever. And so this... So it kinda... goes around. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Am I cooking? Chat, am I cooking? And then we'll kind of... Well, those lines are connected, so I could really do this together. It's already kind of doing it. But let me do it properly. There we go. Okay. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. But it could be better. For instance, this one I feel like is just... This music is crazy for Minecraft. My god. Is it from Minecraft? Is it from like Minecraft Dungeons? Tricky Trials. Huh. No, it is from Minecraft. That's strange. Okay, so this doesn't look correct. But this is the right idea, I think. Ah, I know how I can do it. Hold on. I'm gonna apply completely fucking insane knowledge. Alright, alright, hold on. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, hold on. Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone. This is gonna seem completely fucking insane. Hold on, hold on. No. Yeah, no, kind of, but no, this is not what I'm looking for. Oh, God, I'm never gonna be able to find it, am I? I have, like, a specific image of something in mind. Hold on. It's gotta be here somewhere. I see what what I'm going for, but it's not quite what I'm going for. I need like an angle. Maybe if I don't specify this. No, I'm never gonna be able to find it. Ah, that's so frustrating. I have like kind of what I'm looking for, but it's not quite. Okay, hold on. Let me actually show you what I'm going for here. Let me just find something. It's not what I'm picturing, but it's fine. Let's copy this image. It's a stock image, but whatever. Okay, hold on. Okay, so look. Do you know how like some submarines will have this like sphere that you would then use to like where the radar, like a radar, right? And it like locates shit, and then you have the sphere like in the submarine. I think most of the time it's a screen, like just a flat round screen, but I've seen it in a sphere. This is the best representation I could find. There was another one, but it wasn't like color, and it kind of looked weird at the angle. But that's what I'm imagining, right? So hold on, we're gonna take this, move it to the side. We're gonna go to the main sketch. Music didn't pause, right? No. Living mice. It's just, this is another one of the C418 tracks. It's just so quiet. Anyway. No, look, right? Boobs, it literally just is like a water balloon, right? It just kind of like, okay, that's maybe like a bit too much, but you know. It kind of goes up. And then it goes. And it's like tied up or whatever here, right? But this is basically one half. Like this part, it's one half of a sphere. Because it's like hanging down perfectly from gravity. Like obviously, again, not for everyone, but like the generally. So you have a sphere here. And this is basically just half a sphere, right? Like that's, I cut it in half. And then you can literally just map like the topography of a sphere. And then up here, it like kinda, it's like a basketball. LeBron James. It all makes sense. And then you... Okay, this isn't working out perfectly because I didn't angle it correctly, but like, you get what I mean. If I angle it correctly. Like I can... Hold on. I'm cooking. Leave me alone. God, let me cook. This could also just be because the original shape is just fucky, but... You know, just do 2. Maybe it'll look better that way. Right? Right? Look. Kinda. Huh? Maybe angle that a little bit better, you know? No, not really. I thought I was onto something, but I really wasn't. Huh. This suddenly turned into learning how to draw boobs. I'm not about to look up boob anatomy. I can do that for the head. I don't think I can do it for that. Huh. Hmm. I feel like that's kind of going somewhere. I don't feel like I'm gonna have the best luck trying to map out the topography of a boob. Hmm. Maybe it's because it's centered improperly. Because again, we're at an angle. So it's gonna kind of, you know, round over more here, and then it's gonna go straight. And obviously the middle is just gonna be a straight line, so that's not gonna be interesting to look at. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. And the other line is gonna be like over here. And that's gonna like range over there. And like the middle. Okay, so the middle line is gonna matter, because again, it's at an angle. So the middle line is gonna be somewhere here. Ah. Hey, look at that. Ah, hello. That is a much better illusion of depth, isn't it? Ah. And then you have some shading. Maybe not, but... Ah. And the nip would be like, I don't know, somewhere here. Ah. And then that plane would kind of like flatten out as it got to the top. Right. Ah, look. It's really these lines down here that sell it the most. I think that angle really helps it. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, baby. I just did my own version of this tutorial. But for here. For the boobs. Look at that. That really sells the illusion of depth more. I think... Okay, on the next one I'm going to improve something. And I'll explain it as I improve it. But let's get this other one down first. So we're going to want it, you know, a little bit the same. Mostly the same. Fun fact, boobs IRL, apparently they can differ a lot. I've read about it from women. They say it's kind of like dudes' balls, where there's like one can just be a pretty decent amount bigger than the other. I don't think it's as variable as with dudes' nuts. I think dudes' nuts, they can like go crazy. Where like one is just like a tiny guy, and then the other one just does most of the heavy lifting, you know? Where am I going with this? But yeah, it's variable. But I don't know, for the sake of simplicity, I'm just gonna not bother. Sorry if that's not inclusive enough. Stupid. Is this angled correctly? I don't even think that one is angled correctly, but whatever. If it's angled correctly, it would need to be pushed that way a bit. But it's fine. It's gonna be covered by a shirt anyway. I'm just doing this for practice. Okay, so let's do this again. Oops. Hello. Hi. Erase, please. We're gonna add some weight on the side here. And then have it kind of cut up a bit more, I guess you could say. So we're improving the shape and we're improving the angle at the same time. It's crazy. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. This just sounds like an Alien Isolation track. It's crazy. They've just gone crazy with the new music. I think we'll run with it. We'll run with it for now. See how it goes. So again, we're gonna start ourselves from up here and then straighten out. Huh? Then we'll do the same for one of the top ones, just to have that angle down. Well, generally, yeah, I created another line up top, so we're gonna remove this one. The middle line was just for initial reference. Let's see. Okay, so the second one obviously will be a little bit more like that. No. This is a bothersome angle. It makes it look a bit flatter. It's not round, but that's okay, because that's just reference point. So this one is also going to go like this. Again, I think it's the vertical lines that really begin to sell it. I think it's also like because it's like straight. It's also got to match this line. It's like straight down, and then only here does it really curve much, and then it like curves a ton at the bottom because then it's going to like the under boob part. And this part is like on a different side, and then this is like on a whole nother level. They're running through my mind. I don't actually know the. I don't know the song, the lyrics to the torture dance meme, the JoJo thing. I don't know. I haven't actually watched part 5, believe it or not. I haven't watched part 6 either. I watched all the way up. I binged the entire series, like back in 2020 or 2021, while the whole lockdown thing was still going on. I was just bored, so I binged the entire thing. And then I stopped at part 4 because I was tired of JoJo's. I was just kind of bored of it at that point. And then I never picked it up again. Is that a mistake? Probably. But who cares? Plus, part 5 never looked the most interesting to me. I don't know. A lot of people say it's their like favorite part ever, and it's like it's the part that got memed to absolutely fucking death back, you know, like 2018 or whatever. When it like first came out, and it was like awful. This one has more badoomph to it. This one isn't doing it. That's because I made that line straight. That was a mistake. I know I said it wasn't, but it was. I wasn't wrong about this part needing to curve more, but I was wrong trying to claim that that could be straight. It could not. Nothing about this is straight. Even me. I'm gay right now. Just enjoying the moment. I'm not gay. I love women way too much for that. I think that might have been an accident. I think I accidentally did this well for some reason. That's because this line... That line... was bad, actually. I think both of these lines might be bad. What's bad about you? I think you're too low and you're too high and you're too flat. so we're gonna... Actually, we're gonna redo some of this. Okay. So we're gonna start off by racing you. I think I accidentally struck gold with this, and I'm gonna try and actually recreate it in a competent way that wasn't by accident. What time is it? Oh, already 10:30. Wow. I think we'll do 2 hours on this one. I think that seems fairly reasonable. Yeah. Okay, again, so what creates the oomph here? I think it's the... Behave, Jesus. First of all, I think this is rounder. Or needs to be rounder, I guess. Huh? I think this point is too much. I think it just needs to be a little flatter and then go up quicker on that side. Which, you know, does imply a point, but... That's okay. Alright. Problem with this one too, it's also at a bit of it now. This is probably a much better way to do this. I don't think this looks alright. And this I think kind of looks weird. Because it's just, it's not angled. It's like shooting straight forward when it should be somewhere like this. But it's like coming straight at you. Like, this isn't a 3D movie from the mid-thousands. You gotta go. Whatever, let's at least keep up with it. I think you have to kind of judge where you want the straight line to be. Because on this one, the straight line would be like here-ish. And it would be more like here. Well, the straight line doesn't matter. The straight line is just whatever is facing you the most. So for us, the straight line would be around here-ish. Aww. Doing a lot more math than I thought I would. I'm just staring at boobs. Kids, don't let your parents tell you nothing. Porn does teach you things. It's not porn, it's just anatomy. I'm getting a little tired. This should be obvious by now. I think it doesn't help that I have my windows always closed. Whenever I do streams. Again, I just don't want anyone to listen to me. It would be rather embarrassing. I think most other streamers would agree. Except for the ones that do IRL streams like outside. Like, I don't know how the fuck you have the balls to do that. That's just insane to me. Like, how are you gonna go outside and talk to your chat? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You gotta have some mental illnesses. Huh. How do you... Okay, hold on. Ah. You know, it just kind of looks like she's wearing, like, a top that has, like, texture on it. Like, only on that part. But it kind of helps. So instead of trying to create, like, a spheroid... Again, you're just finding the one that faces you. Which in both cases is that one. The only problem is that for these two, the curve is too high. Like the thickest point needs to be right at the bottom, not at the top. I just did the opposite again. Kinda. I mean, let's add, you know... I can't help but feel like none of this actually helped me progress at all. It kind of looks like it, but it also doesn't really match anything. It doesn't seem correct. It could be the fact that they're not covering anything. Maybe I just put in too many lines. Strange enough, the fun music doesn't make me feel any better. It's probably really boring to watch, but I don't know. I'm thinking. That just says sassy. Anyone need a tattoo idea? I got one. Is this? Alright, back to square one. So we're thinking of angles. Well, it has to have, like, a point. The problem is that we're not looking at them from straight up the side. Or, like, an extreme enough angle to where the height would cover, you know, the other side. You could still see some of that, which is the real issue here. Oh, God, I'm tired. Alright. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to. I don't know what, like, starting point to have. It's like with the face. It's just I don't know where to start. What do I start with? I'll start with what I know how to start. So we'll add another layer. Why is this called? Why is this called paint layer 2 pasted now? What? This is called. Huh? Why? There was a name for that. It was called the main body sketch. When the hell did that change? Okay. Why is it down here? What the fuck? It's meant to be like up here. That. I'm gonna go underneath. Okay, so let me just. I'm tired. I don't know why I'm so tired, but I just am. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna draw some boxes. When in doubt, draw a fucking box. Oh, I should also know. Yeah, it ends here. Maybe that was my issue. Like the torso, it ends somewhere here. Maybe not quite that far, but something like that. I don't know. You know I'm running out of steam when I'm just running out of shit to talk about. But I need to stream longer, otherwise no one will ever fucking know I exist. Alright. That's on the wrong layer. Fine. Fuck. Ah, I'm tired. Oh, wow, I'm really just tired. That's coming out of nowhere. Ugh. And it sucks because I know I'm going to be up for like another 5 hours. Like on my own. Like I get so tired and then I just lay down and it's just like, nah, fuck you. You're going to stay up until 3 in the morning and you're gonna like it. And I never do. Ugh. So I'm just tired, not saying anything. It's boring. I don't know what else to do. Who knows? Who knows? I certainly don't. I don't know. Let's say the boobs will just be like in this. in this roundabout box. I hate you. Whatever. The boobs. They will come in. Oh, man. I'm gonna try and create like a complex geometrical shape to match what my idea is more. It won't match it perfectly, but it'll match like what I'm going for, kind of. And then I want like a, you know... Yeah, there was no three-dimensionality to the last one. I think that's what the real issue was. Well, there was three-dimensionality. It just looked weird. I don't know, man. I'm just talking on my ass. Clearly. Sheesh. Well, we have this. And it just looks like there should be a dude in there. Just saying, like... Oh... I'm on a fucking thing. Balcony. This gonna look like a balcony. Put some flowers in there. Shit, it would look good. And the hanging bits would come there. So we're gonna erase all of this. That doesn't seem right. I drew the hanging bit incorrectly. Hold on. The hanging bit should go here. Wait, what? No. Hold on. Oh, yeah, the hanging bit should go here. I don't know why my brain decided that wasn't correct. It most definitely was. It's just that there's a second... Okay, there's a second hanging bit that needs to go somewhere else. That doesn't seem right. Whatever. It's another thing that's ugly as fuck. Yeah, and then the other... There's no other line, because the other line is just this. I guess on this one that doesn't exist. Yeah, because the angle is different. Okay. So the second line will just have to be... You stop drawing it on so thick. Why are you so thick all of a sudden? Stop it. There we go. No, I'm an idiot. This needs to be a third line. So that is somewhat correct. Because now I have this. Is this helpful to me in any way? Not really. Why is drawing boobs hard? You'd think it would be so easy. I'm gonna Google it, I'm too lazy. How to draw boobs. I'm not even gonna like make it nice. I'm just gonna say otherwise I'm not gonna be able to like drag any references over to my main thing, so just to make sure that okay, now those are getting displayed. I was just the stupidest fucking angles, and it always comes back to bite me in the ass. Like, I never just choose an easy thing. No, I don't choose just like a straight-on perspective or like a sideways perspective. No, I have to go like the... You're looking slightly up at them and slightly to the side, and you know... It's just fucked up what I'm doing to myself. Someone needs to stop me. A lot of people trying like a teardrop tape? Teardrop tape? How to boob. Excellent. Why is Cora here? See, this is... No, this isn't helpful. It's all like straight on. This isn't helpful at all. These are just references. I don't need references. I need advice. I need help. No. What about this one? No, I know how boobs work. You don't need to explain to me like, oh, this is a boob. It actually isn't just a round sphere on a woman's chest. It hangs. Like, I know that. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do it correctly. You don't need to tell me to do it correctly. I need to know how to do it correctly. God. Okay. No. It's just, again, the teardrop shape. It's not helpful. This is a bit more... Okay, hold on. It's pixelated, though, God. But those are like huge. Those are huge boobs. I feel like that would be easier to draw. I'm trying to draw like not so huge ones. That's the whole thing. Like the thing is with the ones I'm trying to draw, like with vodka, it's like she doesn't have like small boobs, but it's like they don't hang like that much. They don't like hang over and like crease up at the sides, so it's like obvious, right? They just kind of like do their own thing. Like one contained thing. There's not like enough mass there for it to hang down. So that's the issue. And all the tutorials are just like huge. And it's not helping me. Because I don't need the sag. I just need the shape. Okay, here we go. Here's one. It's kind of at the angle I need. What's... Again, yeah, it's like, look, this angle is like looking up at you at some points. And then it's also like to the left. And then she's also like leaning back a little bit. It's just terrible. I've done it in the... I've chosen the worst image. I've chosen the worst pose to try and do. Ugh, I hate myself. Okay. Let's remove all the bullshit I just drew. Let's try again. So where are we even starting? Like where do most people even start it? Okay, it all kind of starts on the armpit. Okay, they go all the way to the armpit and all of them. Okay. So the armpit is here-ish. So we're gonna start here. And then I saw like a super... This is maybe too small. We're gonna maybe do it more. And then... Okay. maybe it's this. Maybe this is the secret. It's like it wasn't. It was sort of self-contained, just in here before. There wasn't like any hangover. Hangover. And again, it is an angle. And then I have this one to worry about. So this one, can you keep in mind that there's like, you know, torso ends here. And it kind of like comes in. Oh. And it's kind of like, eh. Sure. Connect there, why not? Maybe it's not enough of an angle. Maybe. Because there's no like height to this one. It's not like over anything. I mean, okay. It kind of looks dumb, though. That's what I had earlier. It looks the same. Maybe there's some fucking shit to this one. That's just how I'm feeling right now. I want to get this done and then I'll leave. Well, now at least this part makes more sense to me. I guess. Better than what I had. We'll make it like a plus sign. I don't know. Yeah, that's better. But what about the other one? Okay. So it does. They do want you to kind of like fold it out. Like just a bit? Because our arm is in the way here, so it's gonna be like kind of squished. Not like that much. So then it kind of goes over here, but that's too much. This is I have to go like all this distance. Like it goes from here to here. That seems too much. Like this one is fine, but then this one is just so long. And then again, how do I add like how do I add mass to it? It's not big enough to cover this one, even slightly. And it also seems like it's too high? Like, it feels like I need to make this one like twice as big looking. That doesn't make any sense. How did I fuck myself here? Like, I clearly did something wrong at some point in this process. And I have a sneaking suspicion it was during the, you know, the box phase. I just can't help but think maybe that's when things started to go wrong. Because most issues I've encountered so far with this drawing have stemmed from that in some way or another. I don't know. I'm gonna get the second boob done. Or we gotta do that at least. And we'll have actually done a good bit today. Can you just draw a fucking line? Ugh. It's too thick. Draw a thin line. Dude. Can't you just do normal things? Why do you have to misbehave like this? You know what? Fuck it. Why are you on erase mode? Fuck you. God damn it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't have enough patience for this. I just don't care. My patience is wearing a bit thin. Okay. So, second one. Maybe it does need to just, like... But the problem is the weight is going to be more distributed. Like, it's not, like, straight in the middle. It, like, goes outwards a bit. So it's almost like the nipple would be, like, directly facing the camera. If this were, like, a, you know, movie or whatever. Of course, the thickness of the line makes it impossible to see the bottom part of this, but I don't care. So you have this, and then... I don't know, it'll probably be like here, right? Is that not roundabout where it'll be? I mean, that's too high up. It'd be more like... No, because again, it's... Yeah, it just seems like it'll be like right here. If that were to be true, then it would need to do one of these. Well, I can at least test it out, and I can just reverse it all later if I don't like it. No, because it doesn't feel like it's high enough. Is that alright? I can't tell. It's too difficult. This one should be the other way around. This one needs to be like this. So is this one, honestly. No, this still doesn't look right. Why does that one look so much flatter than the other one? Why does it look so much flatter? I can't tell. Kinda? No, I still don't like it. But I still can't tell what's wrong with it. I guess the other one, they're also just kind of front-facing. The references, at least, that I have here. I guess it works. Oh no. Oh no. What if I... Hold on. Before I leave, I mean, I might as well... I have this fucking random layer. I'm gonna use that. I'm just gonna add some shading. Just like C. I'll do it with the gray one. So, tone down, bro. I mean, it's not the best shading job in the world, but you know, it works. I think so. I think it's fine. Obviously, I don't know how to shade properly, but, you know, whatever. I don't know. I think I'm overtired at this point. Save the document. Okay. Well, I don't know. Thanks for stopping by, I suppose. That will be about it for today. I guess next time we'll come back. See if we can do something about the boobs, maybe look a little better, maybe, I don't know. The head I'm pretty happy with, the eyes are a little high up, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. Thank you for stopping by. The nobody that did. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. And yeah, see ya.